The Dry Man by Wheeler Antabanez. Until his mid-20s, the one who was to become known as the Dry Man hadn't had much experience with body lotion, lip moisturizer, or any other beauty products. For many years, his only toiletries consisted of a bar of soap, a can of shaving cream, and a disposable razor. He kept his hair clipped short, didn't wear jewelry, and always dressed in muted tones. Perhaps it was this simplicity and lack of attention to his personal appearance that kept him single for so long. When he finally did manage to attract a member of the opposite sex, it was she who turned him on to the pleasures and benefits of well-hydrated skin. At first, he did benefit. His skin had never felt so sleek and alive as when he slathered his entire body in cocoa butter. After toweling off from his nightly shower, he would rub himself with lotion and not need another application for at least 24 hours. When he leaned back on his computer chair at work, his back didn't itch anymore. And when he removed his dress shoes at the end of the day, there were no longer a snowbank of skin flakes covering his sides. He began applying lip balm throughout the day as well, and it had never felt so smooth or natural, just to simply smile. His girlfriend noticed these changes and began to enjoy his touch, which was no longer papery and dry. True, his newfound hygiene wasn't enough to keep her exclusive. After all, she was young and free. But what he learned from her had helped him to be more comfortable in his own skin, and for that he was grateful. She couldn't offer him a committed relationship, but she had given him the gift of hydration, so he didn't begrudge her when she inevitably moved on. Over the years, there were a few hopeful starts with various other ladies, but none of these trysts amounted to much of anything, and he eventually resigned himself to being alone. By his mid-30s, the Dry Man had acclimated fairly well to a solo lifestyle, but all the while he was progressively increasing his moisturizing habits to an unhealthy degree. He lived alone in a small apartment with no pets. He kept his refrigerator sparsely stocked with TV dinners and other prepackaged, simple-to-prepare meals. He awoke on time every day from an untroubled sleep, slathered on his ritualistic cocoa butter, applied his lip balm, dressed in conservative suits, and put in 8 hours at his cubicle. In the evening, he would come home from work, prepare himself a quick meal, take a shower, towel off, and then apply a liberal amount of cocoa butter to his entire body. From head to toe, he would work the lotion into his skin until all of it had absorbed, and then he would swab several layers of balm onto his lips and the areas around his mouth. Once properly hydrated, he could finally relax, but before sitting down to watch his shows, his ritual demanded that he take the time to set up what he called his hydration station. This moisturizing tableau consisted of a 1-liter bottle of orange-flavored seltzer, a tube of raspberry lip balm, and 32-ounce container of cocoa butter. From the seltzer, he would take frequent sips, and whenever his skin felt dry, he would pour a dollop of lotion onto his hands. In the early years of this routine, he had only modestly moisturized, but over time he had progressed to the point where he was applying the lip balm after every sip of seltzer and lubing his hands with cocoa butter every 5 minutes or so. Maybe if he had found a partner, there would have been someone to caution him from indulging so freely in this hydration obsession. But love wasn't in the stars for the Dry Man, and his nights remained his own. One would think that after so many applications of cocoa butter, his skin would be left feeling oily and wet, but the actual results were quite to the contrary. It seemed the more lotion and lip balm he applied, the faster his thirsty skin would drink it up. It got to the point where he carried lotion with him everywhere he went, including work. Throughout the day, he would take several bathroom breaks, locking himself into a stall and smearing cocoa butter on his back, trying to cover as much skin as he could without removing his shirt and tie. These eccentricities did not go unnoticed by his fellow employees, who always whispered amongst themselves whenever they saw him taking the lotion bottle into the bathroom.